Part A, Question 1. To solve question 1, we need to compare the two financial options for Adele. She wants to buy a motorcycle that costs 9,000 ringgit, but she currently has only 8,000 ringgit in savings. Option 1. Wait 2 years and save her money. Her plan is to save 8,000 ringgit in an account that earns 4.3% interest compounded annually for 2 years. Option number 2. Buy the motorcycle now, but she needs to borrow 1,000 ringgit at 5% interest compounded annually for 2 years. The question is, based on two options above, determine which option would be more financially wise for Adele. Support your answer with relevant calculations and reasoning. So now let's answer the questions together. Option number 1, to calculate the future value, we use the compound interest formula, which is read as S equals P times open bracket 1 plus I close bracket to the power of N. S equals to 8,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.043 per 1 close bracket to the power of open bracket 1 multiplied 2 close bracket. So S equals to 8,702 ringgit and 79 cents. The shortfall is 9,000 minus 8,702 ringgit and 79 cents equals to 297 ringgit and 21 cents. For option 2, again we use the same formula as the one that we used for option 1. S equals to 1,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.05 per 1 close bracket to the power of open bracket 1 plus 2 close bracket. Then S equals to 1,102 ringgit and 50 cents. The total payment that she needs to pay is 9,102 ringgit and 50 cents. Next, we move on to the comparison and decision. Option number 1, she needs only 297 ringgit and 21 cents more. Option number 2, she must repay 1,102 ringgit and 50 cents. Since 297 ringgit and 21 cents is much less than 1,102 ringgit and 50 cents, option number 1 is more financially wise even though she still cannot fully afford the motorcycle after 2 years.
Akil plans to sell his apartment for 500,000 ringgit 3 years from now. Alternatively, he can sell it today for 445,000 ringgit and invest the amount in a savings plan that earns 4.7% interest compounded monthly. Determine whether it would be more beneficial for Akil to sell the apartment now or wait for 3 years. To find the future value of the money, the compound interest formula is used. The principal amount is 445,000 ringgit with an annual interest rate of 4.7%. Since the interest is compounded monthly, the rate is divided by 12 and the number of compounding periods is calculated by multiplying 12 months by 3 years. After substituting all the values into the formula, the future value of the investment becomes 512,242 ringgit and 84 cents. Therefore, it would be more beneficial for Akil to sell the apartment now and invest the money. Eric is concerned about the rising cost of higher education in Malaysia. His son is currently 12 years old and is expected to enter university at the age of 18. To prepare early, Eric deposits 9,000 ringgit into an education savings plan that earns 4.2% interest compounded quarterly. 2 years later, Eric receives a bonus and contributes an additional 4,500 ringgit into the same account. The plan continues to earn interest at the same rate until his son starts university. Option A. Calculate the total accumulated amount in Eric's education savings plan by the time his son reached 18 years old. Based on the information given, P is 9,000 ringgit, R is 4.2%, M is 4, T is 8 years. The accumulated amount is calculated using the compound interest formula. S equals to 9,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.042 over 4 close bracket power of 4 times 2. This gives a total accumulated value of Rm 9,784 ringgit and 37 cents. An additional amount of 4,500 ringgit is added to this value. Therefore, the new principal becomes 9,784 ringgit 37 cents plus 4,500 ringgit, which results in 14,284 ringgit and 37 cents.
This result to RM 16,882 ringgit and 72 cents.
Determine the total interest earned by that time. First, the total amount of money deposit is calculated by adding 9,000 and 4,500 ringgit, which is equal to 13,500 ringgit. Next, the interest earned is found using the formula I equals to S minus P. So, the interest I is equals to 16,882 ringgit and 72 cents minus 13,500 ringgit.
And that's how we determine the total interest earned.
Question C. Based on your results, evaluate whether Eric will have at least 15,000 ringgit for his son's university expenses. Explain your reasoning.
Eric will have at least 15,000 ringgit for his son's university expenses because the total accumulated amount is much more than that.
Question 1. Shafiq's father left an inheritance of 1.5 million which was divided in the ratios of 6:2 among Shafiq and his two siblings, Kismina and Surati. Shafiq used his entire share as down payment for a furniture factory worth 3 million. He then took a loan to cover the remaining costs of the factory. The bank charged 3.4% interest compounded monthly and the loan is to be repaid over a period of 30 years. A. Find a monthly payment. First, as we know, Shafiq received an inheritance of 1.5 million, which is divided according to the ratio 6:2. When we add the numbers, the total becomes 10 parts. Since Shafiq received 6 out of these 10 parts, so we calculate his share by multiplying 1.5 million ringgit by 6/10, which gives 900,000. This amount becomes the down payment for the furniture factory. Next, we find the remaining amount that Shafiq need to finance through a loan, which is A. The factory cost 3 million minus 900,000 down payment. The remaining balance that needs to be borrowed is 2.1 million. After that, we use the annuity formula to calculate the monthly installment using formation given. Small r is 0.034, m is 12. After substitute, r is 9,313 and 11 cents. B. Calculate the interest charge. Using formula I equal Rn minus A, R is 9,313 and 11 cents. Multiply 360 payment minus 2.1 million. After calculation, the total interest charge is 1,252,719 and 60 cents. If he failed to pay the first monthly payment, find the amount he has to pay on the fifth payment in order to settle the outstanding arrears. We use the future value annuity formula, use all the formation given. N is 5 because by the time he reaches the 5th month, each installment has accumulated. After substituting this value into the formula, the total amount Shafiq must pay in the 5th month is 46,830 and 70 cents.
Question D. Immediately after paying for 20 years, he decides to settle the balance of the loan. Find the settlement amount. First thing first, we should find the N. We use the formula N equals to M by T, put the value into the formula, and we will get 240 as the 20 years payment. Next, we should find the K, the number of remaining payments. The 360, we minus it with 240, and we will get 120. So, as the conclusion, 20 years is equal to 240 payment, and 10 years equals to 120 payment. And for the last equation, we just put it on the present value formula. Just use the value given and substitute in the formula. We will get 946,280 ringgit and 14 cents as the balance of the loan. For the question 2, Soraya plans to travel to Balkans with her friends. To achieve her dream, she needs 30,000 ringgit. But she can save only 400 ringgit per month in Bank Tabula, which offers 4.5% interest rate, compounded monthly. So, how many monthly deposits must Soraya make to accumulate at least 30,000 ringgit? From the question above, we should list out the value given, and I get S 30,000 ringgit and small r 0.045 for periodic payment 400 ringgit and M 12 because compounded monthly. So, how many monthly deposit, which is N, that must Soraya make? First thing first, we should use the formula of future value. From the value given, substitute in the formula, and then use log both parts to find the N. For the final answer, we can get 66 as the number of the deposit.